Hi, my name is Irham. I'm a 19-year-old student at University Polytechnic Malaysia, and I'm recording this today to take you behind the scenes of my writing process for Inspire Youth Journal, and specifically to break down on how I tackle my latest piece on Malaysia's National Energy Transition Roadmap. So, little about me first. And if you know me personally, you know that I'm kind of obsessed with how a country functions. While most students talk about campus life, I usually deep dive on education reform, on economic policy, and but here's the thing: having strong opinions doesn't make you a good writer. And when I first decided to try to write, I was basically just ranting. I had a lot of fire, but very little structure. And that is why I want to publicly thank the Inspire Youth Journal. They didn't just publish whatever I sent, and they pushed back. They told me, Irham, this is too subjective. Where's the evidence? Where's the analysis? And the editorial rigor really helped me a lot. It changed how I think as a person, as a writer, and it trained me to stop just feeling things about politics and start analyzing them. In fact, the training that gave me the confidence to pitch to a local news agency here in Malaysia, and I'm proud to say that my first op-ed was published just a few days ago. So I owe a lot of that growth to this platform. And the article itself, why the NETR. Um, well, why did I choose this topic is very interesting. In Malaysia, the conversation around green energy is typically very surface level. People think it's just about solar panels. They think about uh, plant, planting more trees, and well, it is right, but it's not the entire. It doesn't represent the entire green energy ecosystem, and I wanted to prove that it's an actual economic strategy for us Malaysians. When I start the article, uh, I always look for an anchor. In any article that I wrote, we have to look for the anchor, the wow factor of the piece. So for this piece in particular, the anchor was 1.85 trillion ringgit. That is the amount that the government is allocating to reach net zero, the target carbon net zero by 2050. So once I had the number, I knew my angle. It wasn't about environment. My angle was more of money and security. So I wanted to explore on how we solve the energy trilemma, that is to balance security, to make it sustainable, and to make it affordable. That's the most important thing to a common man. uh, so how do I actually write? It's very interesting. I'm a system thinker, so I don't just start typing blindly. I start by mapping out the player. So for the NETR, for the NETA, I ask myself, the government has a plan, but who is actually building it? And I spend time digging into corporate reports, not just news headlines. So I look at Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB to see how they are fixing the grid, to see. I look at Gentari to understand how hydrogen energy in Sarawak is working, and I look at the Samdabi property to see how they are bringing solar to residential communities. So this, I would say, it is my threat method. I find this policy and then I find the people executing it. So it bridges the gap between a boring government, all the document, all the news, all the headlines, and real life. So it connects each other. So once I have the research, I move to drafting. The drafting, I believe that's one of the most important part. And to be honest, I myself, I write about 4 or 5 article, 4 or 5 draft before I send it to the editor, and it's very important for me because I typically derail from the actual thing. So I had to take my sweet time to look at which one is the best, which one is uh, the most polished version, and then I'll submit it to the to the editor. So uh, my goal in the editing phase is to simplify everything. So for the article, I group everything uh, into the engines of transition. That is the coin term that I use. So I list, so instead of listing various initiatives, I categorize them into the Grid Master, the TNB, the Ecosystem Builder, the Juntari, and the Community Pioneer for SamDabi. So it helps the reader to digest the complex information without making them feeling overwhelmed. Um, Ultimately, my writing philosophy is very simple. It's policy belongs to the people. So, if you are a young person watching this, thinking that you are just a student, you are not. Thinking you cannot write about national economics, you are not wrong. Sorry, you are wrong, because you are more than that. You are a brilliant, brilliant mind, and these policies, trust me, it will define our future. So we have every right to analyze them, even now. And the Inspire Youth Journal gave me the platform to sharpen that voice, and I hope it does the same to you. So keep writing, keep researching, and don't be afraid of the hard topic. Trust me, you'll find your voice, and Inspire Youth Journal is the platform to share that voice. So thank you for listening. This is Irham for Inspire Youth Journal.